Hey people, welcome back to the second episode of the night, and I'm going to be talking about Burberry House. You guys know I actually do love the House of Burberry a lot. I think this is one of the most underrated, classy house, and their fragrances are relatively inexpensive, and they have a lot of hidden gems or underrated fragrances in their collection. Namely, I would say my top favorites would be Burberry Touch, Burberry Brit, which I have. I think Burberry Brit Rhythm, this one I have. Then Burberry's London is one of the most crowd's favorite, Mr. Burberry. So there are a few did review. I'll leave the link below in the description box. You can check the Burberrys that I did. So sometimes, I do not always like to do fragrance reviews from full-on bottles. Sometimes I do from, even if samples would do, 2 ml samples would do, because as long as I can smell it and try it on my skin. So I was going through one of the shops and I was buying something and I saw this particular small sample and I'm like, that's uncommon. I do not see that perfume everywhere. So I did buy the small sample. It's about 5 ml. It's a splash sample and the fragrance is called Burberry Brit Splash. So this is a official miniature, and this one doesn't have a sprayer. So excuse me. So this one does have like a everything full bottle would have. It's just a smaller version of the big bottle, and bottom looks like that. So the prices, you can see they do put the prices in Bengali, like taka, and here is the name and everything. It's pretty nice. I like the box. So this one, the particular Burberry Brit line, I actually have special connection to this perfume, Burberry Brit Rhythm. Why it's special to me? Because this is my very first Burberry that I bought. Second was Burberry London, but this one I actually sold off one of my mobile phones. Like I bought brand new, and I needed some cash to buy a fragrance, so I sold it off and I traded it for this bottle. So I'll never ever sell it. I know it's not that expensive in Bangladesh, but this one I bought it for, I think 350 ringgit. That is like almost 7,000 taka, and that's like around 70-80 dollars mark for this bottle. So this one comes with a sprayer and very beautiful smell, uncommon. And I do love this perfume a lot for nighttime winter. So the basic fragrance bottle is going to look like that, the splash one, if you see side by side. Exact similar design, but this one has a little bit different pattern on the bottle. Okay, and this one, if you buy the full bottle, it will come with a sprayer, even though it says splash. Just like this one, it will have an atomizer on the splash bottle, and I believe it will have some detailing on the neck, like Burberry Brit splash here, written here, and everything. Very nice bottles. I really like these bottles, but only thing, they give like 90 ml juice. Yes, a little bit stingy, I would say. Apart from that, no complaints. So this is the bottle design, and I have seen only handful of reviews, not that many reviews on this one. Perhaps people didn't like it that much. So I thought, let me review it and talk about some fragrances. I'll tell you one thing before I start. People who reviewed it, one of the guys said this one doesn't last for shit. His like performance is so poor and doesn't even last 30 minutes. I felt differently about longevity, but not by much. But I'll tell you one thing, like every fragrance is not going to be the same in terms of longevity and projection. Second thing is not going to be the same of every fragrance, is that you're not going to like every fragrance the same and for a long time. Some fragrance you like less, some fragrance you like more. It's like women, you look at Kim Kardashian, and you go like, she is perfection. She has like, like what guys like. But there are other women, like a lot of like Keira Knightley, girls like them, perhaps she's not the most curvy girl, stuff like that. I'm just going away a little bit for the review, and I'll tell you what I mean in the end. And you see her smile and you see her acting. A lot of these new actresses, I really like some of them. I really like them, like Jennifer Lawrence, her characteristic, the way she smiles, she's crazy. And she's very very much like a dude, like I like that about her. She's very much like a funny person and very honest and always bold. So sometimes you look at a person, she doesn't have to be like voluptuous, like 36, 26, or 28, 38, that's like your perfect or ideal like stats. But I would say some women, it's not about the stats, it's about how they carry themselves, how you fall in love with the hair or the smile or the eyes or their character. So this is one example, I would say. This fragrance, it's like that. It's not the most bulkiest in terms of longevity. Yes, it doesn't have beast mode, but I do get like solid 2 hours from it, not 30 minutes. So 2 hours is not really bad. I have seen much worse. Okay, so what I also get from this perfume is This fragrance is very close to two fragrances in my opinion. It's right between those two. First fragrance I would say is this one. Sorry, I didn't bring them earlier. Aqua di Gio, you get some comparison to this one, as well as a little bit like this DNA. I'll show you. I don't have the original, I'm just showing you the flanker. Dolce & Gabbana light blue, all intense, this is, but I'm talking about light blue puro. So if you see light blue and Aqua di Gio, they are pretty much like aquatic, a little bit green, a lot of pepperiness, like kind of spicy, masculine, and marine-like, aquatic notes, kind of floral, and a dry down, a little bit woody. Those are the basic notes of those aquatics. They are very prominent on men, and it smells really darn good in summertime. This, on the other hand, is much cheaper than both those fragrances. Aqua di Gio, this one 100 ml goes for around $80-$85, not cheap. And the Dolce & Gabbana, the light blue EDT, I think it will be like around $60 mark for 125 ml. This one will go for around 35 to 40 bucks. Okay, for 90 ml, say 90 or 100 whatever ml they offer. You'll get a full-on bottle just like those, and you're gonna get something that smells pretty close to that. Either of those fragrances, just in between it. If both of them had a baby, this would be it. I get a little bit more floral. I get a little bit more aquatic marine notes from this. It's almost like Bulgari aqua marine. That also has this feel. So I really like let's say, put a little bit here, like a little bit dash of it, and you see, a little bit dash of it, and then move it. I really would prefer if it had a sprayer. That would be much better application, but I can smell it. It's really, really beautiful. It's really bright. It smells so good, guys. It's really refreshing. It's not as peppery. It's more floral. It's more aquatic and blue. Okay, it's very simple, elegance. It's like, breezy day, breezy peasy, easy peasy. was the term? It's like a very breezy day, casual day, and driving by, enjoying good things in nature. It's not as refined as Aqua di Gio, but this fragrance smells pretty good. It's pretty pleasant. So it's not the most artistic fragrance, but it smells Italian, even though it's a British house. It has the Italian cologne style. It's like if you know Acqua di Parma, the way they make fragrances, this smells like that. So Acqua di Parma fragrances last less than this. So yes, and those are going to be at least 3 or 4 times more than the price of Burberry. So that's why I'm just, I really like the smell. So when I was talking about the beautiful part of a woman, like their hair or their smile or their eyes, I'm talking about the fragrances, smell, that aspect. So it's, in the end of the day, like after 2-3 years of fragrance journey, you'll see one day like fragrances are all about how they make you feel, how natural they smell, or how they create memories, or how distinctive they smell, how they made a statement with the fragrance. Sometimes some of the longest lasting fragrances do not get the best reaction from people, so this is a very good close encounter scent for gym. It's good for date, and if you're going to be cuddling and stuff, this is a very good cuddling scent. So I have all due respect to the reviewers who said it's peaceful longevity, it's good, but someone said do not buy it. I don't think reviewers should say do not buy this or do buy that. We should always say, guys, go and give it a try. If we like something, we say give it a try in the mall. Perhaps it works for you. Out of 10 people, perhaps it works for one person, and it fits his budget, right? So yes, you can get many other fragrances which is better or worse, but you give it a try. You might like it. I really like the fragrance. So it has this kind of like a splash, like aftershave feel as well, which makes you feel like splash of water, mild, like cool water sort of feel. So this is a very nice fragrance. That's what I'm trying to say. I really like the sophistication of the smell. And it's just light. It's just not trying to do too much after shave. You can just put it after shower. You can use it. You can keep the bottle in your workplace and you can relax with it. And I smell kind of like a lotus note in there, which is very, very refreshing. So overall, this fragrance, I'm going to give it, despite it's just 2 hours longevity, I'm still giving it 8 out of 10, which is surprising to some of you. But some fragrances, I like the smell and they are kind of special to me. And this fragrance, I really liked it a lot. So definitely give it a try. Burberry Brit Splash. That's the review for today. And I really like this for summer days, and also maybe spring days. It would be very, very lovely. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye-bye.